You know, it's really, really sad when certain debaters, because he's clearly born without the part of his brain that handles shame for lying continuously over and over and over. Now, I made a video quite some time ago about this person named The Factual Scaler, who said he was retiring and that this would be his last debate. Of course, that wasn't true. He lied, and he made more debates after that because he can't tell the truth. Also, by the way, he makes up this funny stuff about Mori Jin fighting the author Avatar, and Pak, the writer of this, has introduced himself into the fiction, and that's totally just the same as the author Avatar in Limbo. I'm sorry, but it's not. Again, it's a lie, and when I showed him all of this information in our exchange, he said, "What are you yapping about? I ain't gonna read that. I don't know what I'm talking. Why you yapping?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop you fucking lying."
And so he has no clue what he's even talking about, and he's just making up stuff. And it's just amazing that even 8 people right now, as he posted this about 2 hours ago, have clicked the like button. And it worries me that that many people did not watch anything, didn't read any of the screenshots, didn't read the screenshots of me telling him, why are you lying about this and making up your own headcanon as if it's an actual fact? And if you don't believe me, just read where he confirms in his own video comments.
Bruh.
In his own video comments that it's all his headcanon. So this person asks, is Mori ineffable by your logic? And he's like, I think so. And he's like, aight. And then he's like, yeah, that's just my headcanon, but basically he can make avatars from heaven. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, seriously, you're making up.
I'm out! I'm literally grasping at straws!
Stuff, and you're lying about this being your last video. Why would you do something like this? Everybody knows that you're lying in my video because I read out all of those statements, and in your 45-minute long video, you didn't read out a single one of them. You left out all the important stuff. Like when we had our first debate and I gave you all this information, and your reply was that facts aren't factual and you don't have to support any of those facts. You don't have to match them. And you made up nonsense about the author Avatar and Nirvana. Are you, again, you are just changing, hilariously changing what the cosmic armor is. Oh, the cosmic armor doesn't hold Nirvana. All of existence isn't part of Nirvana. Yes, it is. The cosmic armor includes Nirvana and everything else, including the creator. The creator exists. Whoever the actual origin is, exists. Everything that exists is embodied as the cosmic armor, and you're lying out of your ass.
Incorporate the real world and the comic universe and allow every story that was ever told to be real,
because you lost because you can't handle the end of your debate career on a massive loss. You clearly never read all this, and that's totally fine. I've dealt with people like you for over 20 years, which was hilarious, by the way, when you started to talk about debate terms like I don't get it. Oh, by the way, I've been debating things like this for over 20 years. So, like, before you were born, I was already pro-debate. Debating other people in debates. So not only on comics and shit, but also on science and religion and philosophy, all of which you haven't done, which, by the way, you also lied about. You told me that you learned all of this in school, and then I found your post where you said nope, you actually had all of that canceled. I went back to look at our original conversation, and it turns out that you said that you never learned any of this in school because your debate plane in this series for this anime and manga is nothing like what it was in DC. Here's the guidebook that tells you Limbo contains every single franchise's extra continuity. That means it's not a reference to the fictional space. It's supposed to be something more meta that the author wanted to do with science and religion, because the author had a religious experience and was trying to denote that into the comics, which is something the author of this manga didn't do. It has no context of anything like
and allow every story that was ever told.
So when you say Nirvana from this one fiction is like DC's Nirvana, or the totality of Nirvana itself is absolutely wild lies, and you shouldn't be trusted. And every single person who likes and watches your video is a mutant who doesn't care about facts and just wants to blindly hurt somebody's credibility, which is mine for telling the truth and exposing you as a liar. That's what you're doing. You're not even telling the truth. You didn't get any of the facts right. You made up your own stuff, and you admitted that everything you said was your own headcanon. You literally are making up lies, and for some psychotic reason, you're actually arguing with me that your headcanon beats the facts of me copy and pasting the panels and the interviews and the guidebook. Like, seriously, what's wrong with you?